good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service live with me, Marky Mark. We've got BFG, Steve, and Betty Dilligaff Porter. Hello! Sorry we wasn't here last week, but real life got in the way. So we're back here today with a special. It's the OXVAway. Woo! 2 winners of the OXVAway are going to be announced today, so keep watching.
Oh, yes.
Even sporting the attire.
You are?
I'm going to take off because I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
He's down with the kids.
I'll do right. I'll do right. We'll all be COVID haircuts.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was jealous of the hats. Now I'm jealous of the hair. Leave it out, boys, all right?
If you not got a Sharpie, you can just draw some in.
No.
I'll send you one down.
If I'm going to...
Well, I'll make you a sticker that looks like here and you stick it on there. Like a Lego wig.
A Lego wig.
Yeah. Do it like that.
Just need a black suede skull cap. Yeah.
You look like the Edge then.
The edge of what?
Well, yeah, that's it. Edge of reason.
The edge of insanity.
It's been said.
What? What's been said?
What's been said?
The edge of sanity. I drive people to it quite often.
Hold on.
My God, chat's busy tonight.
I'm on Twat chat.
Do you know, no, makes change. I'm normally on that chat. No, I'm on live chat. Just want to say hello to everybody on the replay. Hello.
No.
Goodbye.
No, we normally keep them a little bit longer than that.
Only a little. Only a little.
Yeah, we just see how many try to enter the OXVAway. Remember it's the replay.
Stop it.
Well, I've got to say, BFG, you did a fantastic job of the little advert.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want everyone to know. And I want to give a big thank you to Betty for, I'm not very good at this, that sticker there. Betty did that. Oh, thank you.
Because I got a machine that does it for me.
So
you and half the female population of the
crap
country.
at this. There you go. It's SoulOhm.
Shit in it.
I know, it's weird looking at yourself that way.
Oh, bless you. Right, shall I say hello and see who's on the participant list? Because I know there's a load in. Jesus. It's huge.
Please do.
Right, so we have good evening, Bill Richards, Chris Doyle, you handsome beast, Craig Campbell, good evening, Dion 78, Flashy 1221, saucy, Fletcher Boy, good evening, Haribo, Uggles, Jenny Sin,
Uggles,
I miss your face too, Jen, Kira. No, definite Huggles. Mr. Anderson, good evening. We've got Nomad Vapor, Pav G, Phil Jones, Rajit Van Mahid, Sheboygan is with us.
Sheboygan, fist bump.
Dudes. And Spanners, just remember, Sheboygan always does it in capitals. He's not shouting.
He's not shouting, he's just his little way.
Shane Gibson, good evening.
Fist bump.
I'm not sure if we've seen Stevie before. Stevie Haynes, good evening. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it. And we've got the Faceless Vapor. Oh, another one snuck in the back door. Big Mooney, good evening.
Hello.
I also know Dawn's in. Good evening, Dawn, and Vaping Pasty as well. So we have 2 Dawns with us this evening.
Dawn and Dawn. Huggles.
It could get confusing. We've also got Net Reality.
Real.
Scott Morrison as well. I don't think I did Scott. PUBG.
Oh, bless. Haribo was that eager for tonight's show. She went on YouTube yesterday.
Oh, bless you.
Funny enough, so did we.
Yeah, funny enough.
I have seen Stevie's face before, but it was on a different camera. Good evening, Stevie. Hope you're doing well. Chair. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Chair.
It's Bill.
I know it is.
Oh, Graham, bless you. Keep missing the live, keep having to watch them replay. Big Mooney. I like your style, dude. It's always fun sneaking in the back door.
Especially when she's not looking.
Yeah, I normally find gaffer tape makes it easier. Right, anyway, moving on.
He wouldn't get in because of the gaffer. All right, okay, sorry.
Simon, good evening, sir.
Simon, talking about shiny-itis, have you seen that mod that Grim Green just reviewed? Very similar to the clutch. I'm trying to think what it was called now. Is it Spot Mods? It's a 3D printed one. And they're only $55.
Ooh.
I know, I was gobsmacked. They look really, really nice. Very, very similar to how it works internally, like the clutch, but they're 3D printed.
Be interesting how the hell we get it across here.
That's what I was thinking.
I think that's the only bit. They're made in China, though. It's American company made in China.
Is that the snow caps?
Right, boys, brace yourself.
Is it the
We
snow
need
caps?
friendly fingers.
Yeah, I think it is snow caps. But Grim Green did a review of it the other day. I thought, ooh, that does look nice.
Excellent. Bunny's just entered, so friendly fingers at the ready.
Pogo!
Bunny! Bless.
Hope you're all right, Bunny.
Good evening, Gareth Freerider Vapor. Blimey, Godful. Ah, that's better.
Free Rider Vapor.
Indeed. And
That
Fletcher
sounds more
Boy
like
as
a
well.
porn blooming name, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Gareth. I'm the plumber. Waka 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 waka.
I've come to fix your fridge. That's what she said. Darth Vapor, good evening, sir.
It's come to tinker with your icebox.
Oh, I say.
Fletch Boy, I don't think it is a clone. I believe that it's an American company that's actually based in China. According to Grim Green, anyway.
$55. That's actually all right. The Denali.
Oh, Vapor Queen Becky, good evening.
Hello.
Lovely to see you again.
I'm giving uggles.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, shit. Stop wiggling my fingers, man.
I miss Rian. How did I miss Rian? That's shocking. Sorry, Rian. Dude, how you
thank
doing?
you. Yeah, I didn't think they were clones. I know he was an American company or bloke, but he lives in China.
Nah.
He
I'll
does.
have to have a shufty at that.
He does single 21700 ones. He does dual 18650, and he also does a side by side as well.
Dan Lascano.
They look absolutely brilliant, and for price,
Nice. Really, really nice.
I think it's something daft like $65 if you want it multicoloured.
Let's see.
I mean, $65 is cheap. I mean, what's that in UK? $65.
About 50, 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
I think it's going to be the shipping that'll kill us.
Yeah, it's also, you need to watch it's payment wise as well, isn't it? Because a lot of them are not taking PayPal anymore.
Well, there's always what's that one where you can just wire money?
Yeah, you can use Bitcoin and things like that, though, can't you? I don't even know how the hell you use Bitcoin.
No, I ain't got a clue.
It's buying Bitcoin, mate. The cost is ridiculous.
Can you barter? Can I send them over half a dozen chickens? See if they'll send me one over.
Will I raise you? I'll add a bucket of Monster Munch as well.
I'll send them a haggis.
Dudes, one bar of Cadbury's milk chocolate, that's all it would take. And a box of Yorkshire tea bags.
Ooh. But yeah, I've got to admit, I do like the look of them. Because it's my style. I love me clutch. Absolutely love it to pieces.
Oh, go on.
Even though I have seen that the clutch are bringing out a dual 18650 now version of it. But I don't know whether it's parallel or series.
Sorry, shipping outside of the Asia is $30.
30 quid. Well, $30.
$30.
So that's up to nearly a wanna.
Yeah, it is, isn't
dollars.
it? That's going to be the killer. Fee! Hello!
Hiya, Fee, and Manic's in as well. Good evening, Manic. Oh, man. Well, it's been an interesting old week, hasn't it?
I tell you one thing, my brain's fried. I've been reading the PHE. I'm only halfway through it. And it's quite heavy. It's hard reading.
It's a hefty tome.
Yeah, and it reads very stereo. It's like some lawyers wrote it. Boy, but it is well worth a read. I'd read the highlights better than the actual full document. But I've been reading full document, and it's what came out Monday. I'm only literally halfway through it.
Well, I've stuck with the highlights because A, I'm a lazy bugger, but B, I've been crazy at work, so I just haven't had time. But some very interesting bits and pieces in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we actually go into it, I was mentioning this to Stevie before we started. And in the press release on the government website, there is a couple of quotes from Deborah Arnott, Chief Executive of ASH. And at one point, because the ASH user surveys used, they've done the teeny bit. And it says, as ASH research included in the report for PHE shows, e-cigarette use amongst the 11 to 18-year-olds has to date remained low. But on the downside, their potential as an adult quitting age has not been fully realised. Yeah?
Well, according to the data, it's 4.8% of 11 to 18-year-olds that have actually tried at least once vaping a month. So that's gone up by 0.2% from last year.
Which is pretty damn good.
It's basically, it hasn't, for the actual percentage-wise, it basically hasn't moved from last year.
Now, that in itself is quite a positive statement for ASH, yeah? The one that boiled my piss was the one that comes in after it. As we strive to achieve a smoke-free nation by 2030, more needs to be done to support adult smokers who could benefit from switching, while eliminating loopholes in the laws which could be used to promote the products to teenagers. What loopholes?
Well, there was that one that Ash brought up regarding, I forget which company it was.
Was it Vibe?
Yeah, I think it was Vibe.
Some in a market store or something.
Yeah, and it was giving away promotional products, and the girl that accepted it was 17. Now, by law, they're allowed to accept it at 17.
Exactly.
But the question, I think, me personally, I think it was a entrapment.
Yeah,
I really do, because let's face it, a 17-year-old young girl, I don't know. I just think it's a bit odd. And I think it was just an excuse to use it.
Well, when I read those two quotes from Deborah Arnott, and having sort of thought back to the news stories that we've talked about previously, he popped up again. Young American geezer.
Oh, Bloom.
He was there in my thoughts. And I'm still amazed. I appreciate Ash has been with the government on the anti-smoking kick for many, many years. I mean, Christ, since I was a teenager. So roll out the dinosaurs. But there's got to be questions asked somewhere. You know, I mean, you are seeing. It's almost like that sort of tentative. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and all of a sudden, Ash are turning around now and starting to bare teeth because they've made friends with the new kid from over the pond. You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, though, I mean, if you read into the actual PHE, they're actually annoyed, and you can see it in there, of the bad press that vaping is actually getting.
Well, yeah.
And when Public Health England are complaining about it...
Yeah, you know something's going wrong.
Yeah, and I think it was a dig at not just the sort of like the press, but a dig at people like Ash. Because the problem is that now in 2021, there's that many people think that vaping is either not as good as smoking or it's worse. And that's the problem that we've got now, because obviously vaping now is at a plateau. There's no getting round it. It has a plateau. I've seen it obviously working in a vape shop. It's that plateau. You're not getting as many new starters coming into the shop. So it does concern you.
Well, 38% of smokers in 2020 believed that vaping is as harmful, and 15% believed it was more. Again, you've got to put that down to the Avali stories and all the rest of it. And we're going to see more of it. There's already stories breaking. Grim posted something on Twitter about the black market effect.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, the black market effect in America is so like, we told you that this was going to happen.
Yeah. And he's quite correct. Now, can I just raise, I know Vic did this on the Hump Day update, and I was looking through the comments following his video, and there was a very interesting one that said, well, it's the US press, it's not the British press. No, sorry, dude. It's the UK press.
Yeah.
Look at the Daily Express, the Daily Fail, the Sun, the Mirror. On a slow news day, they will do anything they want to. Kev, aloha.
It's normally a big splash headline at the front page, and then you actually find the true story on page 7. That's the annoying bit. Even
then, it's a twisted. So I was a little the only reason I was concerned over the comment is because it almost suggested complacency. You know, UK wouldn't do that. We would. The Europeans currently facing some quite serious challenges to their vaping. And that's going to hit the headlines. You know what I mean?
But I think it's great what PHE have done. I really, really do.
It's a superb report.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that, you know, various other countries, especially the medical side of things, actually see this. Because obviously that's going to be published in a medical journal and things like that. So it's going to go worldwide. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that certain people, especially the governments from these other countries in Europe, and I don't see America changing their tune now. They're done. But the likes of the countries in Europe who are talking about flavour bans and all the rest, I hope they see this and they say, do you know what? If the UK, England are saying that this is what's happening, this is, you know, it is a great thing for smoking cessation, all the rest of it, let's give this a try. Stop trying to hammer this home that everything's bad for you regarding e-cigarettes, and let's give it a go. Get it a back in and see what happens.
I mean, in the PHE, there was stating that so like most vapors don't use tobacco.
No, I'd go with that.
But regarding America and anything to do with PHE or anything like that, anything to do with the UK of evidence of pro vaping, they will ignore anyway because it doesn't fit their criteria.
Yeah.
Top and bottom of it, they will just ignore it. It's so like who's PHE? They're not interested. I mean, we've been flouting the 95% safer quote for what, 4 years now? Must be 4 years at least. And obviously America have heard this 95%, but they still ignore it.
Well, I mean, and there's other things to take into consideration, such as India, where the government has such a large percentage of the tobacco industry. You know, the local tobacco industry. They're not going to listen to this.
No, it's down to how much money they're losing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And the more they promote, obviously, vaping in these countries, then obviously the less revenue they're going to bring through tobacco products. It's going to hit the coffers of the countries. It's as simple as that. It's like flogging a dead horse with the buggers.
Well, it is, but I mean, I'm with Mark on this because with the changes coming up, and there are changes coming up with the Brexit and all the rest of it, and how the UK government are perceiving vaping and possible economic plans. This is a major tick in the right box, isn't it? I mean, this is going to get the British politicians looking. And if you can get the public perception at least to improve, I mean, the figures on who actually on how much better it is than the other tobacco nicotine replacement therapy, it's amazing. I mean, the proportion of current vapors who vape for more than 3 years appears to be increasing. Well, a lot of that's going to be down to the hobbyists as well, isn't it?
Well, to be honest with you, we are a small proportion. We really are. We're tiny compared to the average vapor.
But when you look at a lot of the homegrown stuff, like the shows on the YouTube and all the rest of it, that's us.
Yeah, of course it is.
And there is quite a few people who watch that aren't hobbyists, that do enjoy the vaping and want to, dip in now and again to see what the latest gear is.
Marcus has just asked, how much percentage of tax on tobacco do you have in Great Britain? A lot.
That's a good question, Marcus. 2 secs, mate.
A lot. I know it's the actual price of the actual cigarettes is pennies. I'm sure it's something like 78% or 80% tax. And Cancer Research UK has said 0.5% the risk of cancer from vaping.
So the total tobacco receipts for 2019 to 2020, the date of the figures that I'm looking for, which was October 2019, was 5,259 million. The 3-month total for tobacco receipts was 2,472 million, which was 103 million higher than the previous month.
Pav G, big thumbs up. Arsenal through to the next round, so I couldn't help it. I'm so happy.
Good man. Cheers, Pav. Good.
Cheers,
Bennett.
Pav.
Let's have a look. So the latest figures I've got here is sort of 18-19, but you're looking at 7,748 million on cigarettes, 1,444 million on hand rolling, 74 million on cigars, 24 million on others. Overall total was 9,290 million pounds purely from tobacco.
I'm almost, Schmogan says 70% tax on a packet of fags. I thought it was about 70-80%.
Well, what it's saying here, I'm actually on the government's website now. Cigarettes is 16.5% on the retail price, plus £4.90 on a packet of 20. Cigars is £3.05 on a 10-gram cigar. Hand rolling tobacco is £8.14 on a 30-gram packet. Another smoking tobacco, chewing tobacco, pipe tobacco is £4.03 on a 30-gram packet.
My God, I've just spotted the wine duty as well. So if you've got a bottle of wine that's around 5.5%, it's £2.97.5 per litre. Is tax.
And it's higher in Scotland.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Do we pay more tax on alcohol up here? That's to try and curb the alcoholism in Scotland. Still drink.
That's rude.
It's very rude.
See, that's the problem, isn't it? How they class them as like a sin tax, don't they? Basically, how can you sin tax something that's preventing people from smoking? It's not a sin, is it? It's not. You can't put a sin tax on vaping, surely. Morally, you shouldn't. I know the EU were planning on doing it.
But we all knew it was going to come anyway. We knew it was going to happen because they're not making the tax on the cigarettes. So they've got to get their money somewhere.
Yeah, they've got to find the money somewhere.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same with cars. What they did with cars. Can remember, going back a few years, it was all zero road tax and all this kind of stuff, depending on what the emissions of your car. Now that backfired on the buggers because they weren't getting the amount of tax in. And what they've done now is they've put the tax prices on the price of a new car starting. I think is it last year? I think it was. You pay X amount of tax when you buy a brand new car. The coffers are slowly dwindling, so they say.
And that's only going to get worse because of COVID. So the amount of support, so it's going to be crazy. Ooh.
Right, it's 8 o'clock.
It is
8 o'clock. We're going to do our first OXVAway. So I'm just going to show you a picture of what you're going to get. There you go. So you're getting the Origin X, pack of coils, a hat and a face mask. Whee! So, get that back onto there. What we're going to do is get me little me doofer. There we go. So if you want to win that, all you have to do is type in OXVAway. So all you have to do is type in OXVAway. So I will let that run if you would like to win. I'll just show you it again. There you go. And that's what you could win. Woo! Woo! Everybody!
Woo! Wow, hey! Mexican wave. That's the Hawaiian hula dance, isn't it?
Aloha, hey.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, and while you are at it, folks, hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, don't
If you would.
Please, 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 please. I know we've already got a thumbs down, but all counts. Who cares?
Yeah, we
wouldn't be the
always
same
get
without
one
our
thumbs down.
thumbs down.
Always get one thumbs down.
Oh God.
Wayne, unfortunately, it is,
Yes,
mate.
it is. Unfortunately, it's UK only.
Sorry, we should have mentioned that it's actually coming direct from Oxford themselves, so they have stipulated it's UK only.
Oh, look at them all coming in. God, it's as quiet as we've been.
Thumbs up, that's rude and a bit early for that kind of chat. Haribo, don't you believe it?
Right, shall I roll it?
Oh, wait a minute, I've not entered yet.
All right, hurry up.
No, that's all right. Couldn't.
Right, I'm going to roll this one. This is the first one tonight.
Dum, dum, dum.
Good luck, everybody.
And the winner is Fletcher,
Fletcher
Boy.
Boy.
Congratulations. Right, Fletcher Boy, all you have to do is email. The email is just at the bottom there. Email me, mark@SoulOhmReviews.com with your details. And then I will pass them on to Oxford and they will send it to you. So congratulations, Fletch.
Congrats.
So
Now,
we'll be doing another one later on, roughly about past.
that's what I was going to say. So you've still got a chance to win. And trust me, it's worth it.
Oh gosh, it's
fabulous.
so worth it.
The Oxford stuff that they're putting out, I can't fault them. I certainly can't fault them.
Oh, you're not kidding. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the rebuildable pod, and what a game changer!
Yeah, the RBA deck's fantastic.
I'm going to be doing a review of the RBA deck on Saturday. So for all you lovely people out there,
I've already done it.
That nice big cloud was at a mere 33 watts. You get the right coils in this bad boy. Gordon Bennett.
I'll tell you one thing, these coils, Fallout coils, these ones are absolutely fantastic. They're a mouth to lung fuse Clapton, 2B30, B40 and I80s, and they are fantastic. I mean, alright, I know some people are not very good with an I80, but don't worry, Harry, you can enter once again, roughly around about past.
Shane, what do you think of the Abyss?
The Abyss.
Is it worth the money? Shane's just said he's picked up an Abyss.
I've not tried it.
No, but Shane's just said he's bought one, so I just want to see it.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah, what does he think of it? Is it worth it? Was it 90 odd quid, something like that?
Gordon Bennett, Marcus. Have you seen that comment?
What?
As an Austrian farmer, you get €1.70 for a kilogram of dried Virginia tobacco leaf, which is enough tobacco to make around 1,700 cigarettes.
Bloody hell.
Gordon Bennett. I thought meat prices were bad.
I think the most expensive, isn't it something daft like bull's sperm
What?
per milligram? That's the most expensive substance. Just thought I'd let you know. Some useless information.
Yeah, I was just wondering where the hell you dug that one from.
You just came out my head.
Don't think it did. Not balls.
Nothing.
What we told you about scratching behind your ears.
Yeah, the dribbling down the sides and shit. According to Big Minnie said he's heard nothing but complaints about the Abyss. Wow.
I've not tried it, so.
Isn't balls? No, that's
well.
Apparently it's supposed to be, wasn't it? It's supposed to be in, like say, Red Bull and stuff like that.
Bill
I thought that
Richards,
was
I
the
worry about
Tory.
me as well.
Oh, nice, Frank.
Frank's doing his DIY.
First NET. Nice. By the way, anybody that's not aware, and I'm not being condescending here, NET is naturally extracted tobacco. It gives a much more subtle and deeper range of flavours to your tobacco juice.
Do you know what? I was vaping tobacco juices there for maybe about 6 months ago, and at the time, I thought, this is actually quite nice. I could start getting into tobacco juices again, but see, after about 3 or 4 weeks vaping it,
JP Vapes.
it was just leaving taste.
I don't care. I like my energy drinks. I don't care if there's floaters in it.
No, it's not. It was the taurine. It was originally used. It was isolated from bull teaming.
Oh, nice.
Fletch boy, no worries. Don't forget, post me your details. My address is just down at the bottom. mark@soulomreviews.com, kiddo.
Yeah, and we'll get it passed on to Oxford.
Would you look at the size of the bollocks on it?
What?
Don't ever do that face again.
It's hanging like a pawnbroker's sign.
See, I don't drink energy drinks.
Don't I? Well, I tell you, I had a bad experience. God, remember that shit? Remember the
Yeah.
remember the electric soup? Oh my god!
Oh,
That was that alcohol with the energy drink mixed in it. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
I made
that was
you.
giving me heart palpitations and every bloody thing. Oh no, never again. I ain't doing that shit anymore.
Well, I have to say, and Dawn will back me up on this. As an NHS employee, if it wasn't for Monster, there are some days that we wouldn't survive.
Yeah, but the thing is though, I can remember coming back to the Expo a few times, and we were coming home. It was after we dropped Chris Empire and that off. We were coming home, and I was starting to get the Northern Donkey syndrome. And you'll say, stop off and just get yourself a can of Monster or something. So I bought myself a can of Monster and a packet of Pro Plus tablets. Never again.
Or
No.
palpitations.
No, I didn't have the palpitations. I mean, don't get me wrong, it kept me awake, but not for as long as I thought it would have done. But with the amount of caffeine that I was drinking.
Do you know something? Oh, sorry to interrupt. I find it actually quite fascinating what caffeine does to you. It blocks your receptors because your body naturally builds up. I forget what chemical it is, but your body naturally builds up a chemical that actually puts you to sleep. And what caffeine does is literally it blocks the receptors in your brain. I hope he's gone.
No, I'm back.
It blocks your receptors in your brain, but the actual chemical that's in your body actually still carries on producing. That's why you've got to keep that level up of caffeine. If you don't, that's when you have what they call a caffeine dump, and that's when you can pass out. Literally, you're that tired.
Well, that's what I had. Because honestly, God, it felt like the worst hangover I've ever had in my life. I felt ill, and I've never touched it since.
I tried Red Bull once, and I thought, oh, this is just tastes awful.
Oh, it does.
It's the smell.
Yeah.
You can smell it for miles.
How anybody can drink Red Bull and vodka, I will never know.
So there's only two smells you can smell for about 5 miles: weed and Red Bull. But that's though, isn't it? You walk by and go, somebody smoking weed? Or somebody's drinking Red Bull.
Yeah, but don't you remember there was all those hooky cigs coming in from China, and there was a distinct whiff of the green about them. So you're walking through town thinking, and you look down and there's some old deer puffing away in a set of hooky fags.
Oh, Pav. Yeah, I must drink at least 10 cups of coffee a day. Oh yeah, I'm a coffee. Black coffee. I drink loads of the stuff.
I must admit, I have a confession to make. I've switched to tea. Does this mean we can't be friends anymore?
Mark, blank his camera out. Go away.
What is it? Milky tea like Vicks?
Oh God, no! It's Builder's tea that melts the spoon.
I bet it's not. I bet it's baby tea, isn't it?
No, the inside
nice
of
and milky.
The inside of my mugs say otherwise, mate.
So does the outside of your mug.
No need.
Sorry, Stephen.
It's not me that's imitating how to
And
fondle
Nose has
bull
been
testicles.
drinking Monster and a battery. Okay.
What?
Oh, Jesus, Nose. He got a major heart attack, stuck in hospital throughout the exam.
Jeez.
Oh, my God. One dip tea bag. No. When teabagging, one should always dip more than once.
Going out, you're drinking 7 cans a day. Let alone the caffeine bit, it's the amount of sugar that you're drinking. Oof.
True. See, that's one of the joys of getting old they don't tell you about. All the shit you used to enjoy doing late at night, you have to stop because it gives you heartburn. Yeah, nice kebab on the way home from the pub. Boom, heartburn.
Well, they
When
say...
was the last time you were in a bloody pub?
Yeah.
Never mind a kebab shop.
I can't remember the last time I were in a pub. It's been well over a year.
We are lucky. We have an excellent kebab takeaway that will deliver to your door. Super.
Yeah, but it's not as good as the king kebab you get up here, though.
And Phil, he only drinks 1 cup of coffee a year.
Phil. Even I think that's amazing. Oh, bless you.
And Pav wants to know what a pub is.
It's a mythical place.
It's going to be in the history books after next year.
God, can you imagine how many teens and that have just turned 18 that have never... There's going to be a whole year.
Haribo, depends if you swallow.
Evening, Mike.
Dear
Mike.
God!
What did I miss? All right, okay. Right, got it. Just take Gaviscon before it.
What?
What?
What? Take Gaviscon before it, and then you don't get heartburn, so you can do anything then.
I need coffee.
It was Steve that brought up when you get to that age that everything starts to get heartburn with everything, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, waking up for a pee half a dozen times during the night 'cause you're pissing like a bloody racehorse.
I need... Shane's put a lovely one. I need coffee and 16 milligram Nick first thing in the morning, or I want to kill someone.
Can't fault you.
Now, is that Shane comment or Haribo's reply?
Good on you, girl.
I mean, she gargles. It's better.
Oh, that's a showing off.
Jesus. Oh, what was it? Now. Going back to the PHE, there was something I spotted in the evidence
Oh shit! I've got rid of it.
that intrigued me. Because according to Ash, there's a percentage of teenagers out there who are vaping 40 milligram
Is that for
plus juice.
Fucking Deb Arnott again. Do you know what? I'm going to say what I said a few months back about her. She needs a severe boot in the flange because she's a pain in the...
Right, 6.6%
Where
of
are
the
we?
16 to 19-year-olds they talked to claim to be using 40 milligram per milliliter or over.
So where are they getting that from?
That's what I was just about to say.
Exactly.
She's full of shit.
So
I
they're
mean,
saying
let's face it. If you bought, right, logic dictates. For argument's sake, you bought your Nick. The only way that you can get that kind of, you've got to buy in your, your 75% jobbies. It's the only way that you can do it. It's the only way that you could vape that 40 mil nowadays. So they would have to. What teenager is going to know how to get nicotine pure, or 75% pure anyway, and then obviously add it to their e-juice short fill?
exactly.
They've pinched that for the States. That's what they've done with that. They've just taken that statement from some article in America and just, okay, we'll take that as well.
It's physically in the UK. It's physically impossible for you to do that. Literally the only way that you could vape on 40 mil, Nick, is literally buy your own nicotine and then obviously add it to your short fill. What teenager is going to know how to do all that and then only vape now and again on a blooming little pod system? It's a load of rubbish.
We've got... they seem to be going after Nick salts as well.
Yeah, Darth Vape, that's it. They'd have to put about 40 mil of 72 milligram Nick in a 100 mil bottle to get something like that.
Bunny, your eloquence stuns me, darling.
Yeah, I said flange. She used the C units.
And this is why I love Bunny.
Oh,
Yeah, Harry,
Yeah.
kids can order from China, but even so, a 40 milligram liquid, you would have great problems getting it through customs.
As Phil's put as well, I should report on under 18s, not teenagers, as this is not USA. And 18 and 19-year-old teenagers are adults, not kids.
Exactly. So, absolutely
yeah,
crazy.
I just don't believe it. I just really do not believe it. Yes, you can buy from the internet and you lad, but nah. We're talking about a full-time vapor like us. You know, you wake up in the morning. What I would classify as somebody that's a full-time vapor is so like there's someone that used to smoke. First thing that you do in the morning is you grab your vape. And if you do that, then yeah, you're a full-time vapor. I know you're slightly different.
No, I've got to go pee first. So
I do both.
Like that, or I'll flood my vape in it.
I do both. I voop. Voop and pee. I'm multitasking, but don't tell the wife.
I'm looking forward to somebody grabbing me pod. Evening, Dean.
This ain't Dawn were there yesterday. What are you on about? Dean, fist bump. All right, buddy.
I say.
Salford, fist bump.
Mick, my annoyed levels don't need to follow Pave on Twitter, mate. I get pissed off just looking out the window.
I mean, I just don't. I mean, all right, yeah, I know Ash has got the backing of a certain American, but I can't understand, especially her. She says one thing which is positive about vaping, and then she actually says the opposite straight after it all the time. So, like, you're doing a 360 all the time.
Well, she totally contradicts herself.
Totally.
Shoots herself in the foot.
Mark, you've upset her.
Why have I upset her, Dawn?
Look at the comment.
That's the face I pulled last night after she said what she said. I was like,
oh, bless her. I need to taste a couple first to wet the whistle before vaping. JP, no, I must admit, I'm vape first and then tea.
no, I can't. I can't vape first thing in the morning. I can't because I wake up in the morning, my mouth's that damn dry. I need to have a coffee or a cup of tea or something before I can actually enjoy a vape because I'm like, try to pull the tongue off the roof of my mouth at the time.
Do you know what? When I can't have a vape, and it's very rarely because I vape like a blooming chimney anyway. The only time that I can't vape is after I've brushed my teeth.
Yeah.
Vaping actually makes me gip after I've brushed my teeth. But saying that, anything else, if I have coffee or anything after brushing my teeth, it makes me feel gippy anyway. So yeah, I have to have a vape first. I've got morning breath and vape.
See, Dean says, I personally don't vape in the bedroom or when someone is eating. First and last vape of the day is in the kitchen. The problem is, I've got an ensuite.
And I don't vape upstairs, only in this room. I don't vape in the bedroom.
No, I must admit I do.
But then saying that, I've never, when I was a smoker, I didn't smoke in the bedroom either.
No, I never smoked in bed, ever.
No.
But I will vape in the bedroom.
I mean, Jules vapes in the bedroom. But we know it's not harmful. Do you know what I mean? It's
the worst thing you're going to do is need to clean the windows.
She does that anyway.
Well, there you go. She's
we
allowed
get one of those catch your window back things, so it's not as if it's any heartache just to do that every now and again. But I mean, I don't. Once not so much vaping after I brush my teeth, but once I brush my teeth, I'm going to my bed. That's me. All my stuff sits in here. I don't take any to the bedroom.
Phil, just to let you know, mate, I don't like mint, I don't like menthol, and I'm not keen on ice either. Don't mind a little bit of cooling, but no, menthols, spearmint, ice mint, or
what mint?
Any mint.
Spearmint.
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 Okay. What now?
Nothing, dear boy. Nothing.
Spearmint.
I'll be having my little bro having words with you. It's spearmint.
What was that thing he did last night? Remember when he was messing about with that bloody voice changer thing? Remember when he played it back and you and I ended up pissing myself laughing? You remember it couldn't pronounce a word? What the hell was it now?
No, I misspelt the word. It was a text to voice.
What the fuck?
That was ace, that.
Oh. Do you
Hey,
know how hard?
can you imagine doing a whole review with just typing it like that? That'd save a load of time, that.
If I was going to do that, I would need bull sperm mints.
No,
Hashtag Bullsper Mint.
it'd be like trying to do a show with a speaking spell.
I still haven't found the Stephen Hawking voice generator.
No, I don't like buttery mints either. I just don't like mints. I don't like mint. Chocolate mint. No.
No.
I must admit, I've got to watch with a lot of mint vapes.
Yes, our Aiden loves spearmint in his
Spearmint.
Uniwell.
And it's throwawayable.
Our Aiden likes Palmer Violets as well. Oh, he went mad for them.
Thanks, Bill.
Now, there was one other thing in the PHE, seeing as we've just to get away from the spearmint.
Yeah, there's a what calls your toothpaste.
Unfortunately, it's mint. And I don't like mint. It's horrible.
You can now. They do a watermelon flavour toothpaste for people.
Oh,
who don't like
God.
mint.
I'll send you the dog's toothpaste down. It's liver flavoured.
I'd probably be all right with that.
There was another one that struck me in this evidence. Most vapors, around 75%, use tank models. I was a bit surprised at that, given the
Why?
size of the pod market.
Well, do you class that as a tank, though?
No, I wouldn't. It's a sealed unit.
Well, not all pods are sealed units. I mean, that's classed as a pod, but I'd class that as a tank.
Now, I would class as tank.
That's a good one. Is that a tank or a pod?
That I would class as a pod.
I wouldn't. I'd class that as a tank.
I'm intrigued. I don't know. What do you think, chat? I mean,
I would say like your Caliburns and things like that. They're pods.
What's the difference between that, right, and a SoulOhm tank?
Yeah.
Not a great
Nothing.
deal.
It's only the shape.
So shut
See,
up.
with the tank, I would expect a metal frame, removable glass, some form of chimney, yeah? Whereas with the pod, the mouthpiece just plugs straight into the top of the unit and the coil plugs in the bottom, and that's it.
See, me personally, I class pods. A pod system is like your your Caliburns, things like that. With non-replaceable coils.
Yeah, I'd go with that with Pam, actually. Yeah, the non-replaceable coils. Mike says don't care as long as it's not a stinky.
That's true.
Good
yeah,
answer,
totally.
Mike. Good answer. Now, the breakdown of flavour use was interesting as well, because we've got fruit at 31.6, tobacco at 25.2, so we're up to 56.8, and menthol mint 20%. Okay, so what's the rest? I'm guessing puddings then. So that means there's more pudding and sort of dessert flavours being used than tobacco. So why is it not in the list? Just seems a bit of a...
I think it goes into more depth on the actual paper.
On the actual paper?
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
The highlights that they've been doing, it's sort of like literally the highlights. I've been reading the full version of it, and it's hard going, but yeah, it goes into more detail.
I only mention it because obviously this is what I do for a living, put together sort of reports and stuff and present evidence. And a big gap like that, it just had my OCD going, "Wooga!" That sounds a bit wrong. I think there are more desserts. You're probably right, Bill, to be honest. Drinks as well, yeah. Lemonade, sodas, candy, and desserts.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if sweets actually made up a very large percentage of that. Because don't you think we had the Millions boom, didn't we? But that seemed to die a death. And would that be classed as a fruit more than a sweet?
Yeah, you got a point there. But I would say desserts and fruit flavours are the most popular. Out of definite.
Bring on the mango and coconut.
I'll tell you one thing, I've been enjoying that apricot and peach. That's been really nice. You know, it's not normally something I'd vape on, but that was really nice. That was from Orange. I forget what they call it now. Just Orange, that's it.
2-minute warning, by the way, folks.
2-minute warning.
28 minutes past. Your second chance to get your hands on the Oxford goodies.
Just show you. I'll show you. That's what you could be winning. Woo!
Let me see.
Do you want to have a look again? There you go. I'll leave it on for a bit longer. It's a cracking little prize, isn't it?
It is.
And I believe our Aiden show, 3 Men and a Vape show, they were doing it last night as well. And it'll be happening at the end of every month. Yes, it's UK only, I'm afraid.
Sorry, Pam. What's happening is Oxford are actually sending out, and they have stipulated UK only. Ooh, fruit salad frozen. Oh, give that a go.
Yeah, so in the whole kit, you get literally what's on screen. You get obviously your face mask, you get a hat, you get your coils, and you get the OXVAway X.
It's 0.2 coils.
I would assume so, yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah, 0.2 coils. So obviously you get the RBA deck as well. But me cracking a little bit of kit. If you've not seen it, you can always pop over. I've done a review of it.
And for those that have vaped for a while, don't be thinking this is a starter kit. Oh boy, no. I mean, you are talking literally SoulOhm quality vape. Yeah, off a small, very sexy little device. Well worth getting your hands on.
And the flavour is absolutely fantastic. Even from the coils, but with the likes of the Velocity, with the rebuildable deck, with the RBA deck, it's a game changer. It really is.
As far as I'm aware of, yes, they will be TPD compliant.
Fletcher chance. Fletcher boy. Does that mean they will be TPD compliant? Yes, they probably will. Dave, good evening, sir. Nice to see you, mate.
So it's 1:30 the hour. Shall we do the next giveaway?
I think we should.
Right, I want you to type in OXVAway space 2. I want you to type in that. So if you would like to win these goodies, I'll show you again. If you would like to win these goodies, type in OXVAway space 2.
Oh, shit.
I think they're a fantastic little company myself. It's really, probably one of the most friendliest companies I've worked with.
I'm hoping this year they bring out a dual 21700 mod.
Oh, I hope they do.
I hope they do.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. No, not one with interchangeable decks and stuff like like the Velocity. A proper
21700 dedicated
with a fixed 510.
I collect. I hope they do.
Mooney, everybody's got the same chance, mate.
Yeah.
Jay Cherry, good evening.
Jay Jerry, fist bump. Hope you're all right.
Well, they're coming for us.
It's normally about the same time and all, isn't it?
Oh, do you know what happened? I haven't heard that boy racer tonight. Maybe that's what the ambulance is for.
No, that was the fire engine, mate.
I'm not 100% sure, Oxford, because I know Justin Lee, he was designing for Geek Vape because he designed the Zeus X originally.
Yeah.
So it
Now-
could be from Geek Vape.
If you're interested in the Oxford stuff, there is a group on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Very
It's the-
friendly little group and all.
Oh, it's honestly working with them been absolutely fantastic.
They're picking up their fish and chips. Bill, it's more likely to be barbecue, trust me.
So shall we roll it?
Yeah, I think we should. Mooney says you mentioned the possibility of non-TPD and the siren started.
And the winner is Manic Stereo.
Manic, congratulations, dude.
Manic. Please send me your details at mark@SoulOhmReviews.com and I'll be passing them on to OXVAway. Congratulations.
And in the words of the wee man, do you want it? Nice one. It's lovely to see Manic win something. I don't think I've seen him win anything in a chat.
No, I am.
But if you're interested, end of the month,
End of the month, yes.
Oxford have very generously offered to do this draw.
Because Oxford are supporting this channel for the OXVAway, because we can't use the G word because it's naughty.
It is naughty. Naughty G word.
So big congratulations to the winners. So don't forget to get you over to mark@SoulOhmReviews.com with your details, and then I'll pass them on to Oxford.
And we would appreciate it, boys, if you can, when you do receive it, just pop back in chat and let us know how you're getting on with it. That'd be fab.
Yeah, that would be fab.
Gareth, your time will come.
Oh, Gareth, free rider.
Mooney, I'm coming round yours, mate. I couldn't win a dose of COVID, me.
Yes,
Bless
Pam,
you.
Oxford does make some really good stuff.
It is. I mean, the build quality is solid. I'm still not too sure on the swappable decks.
I've
But
had no problems with it.
The mod itself is lovely.
Hello, Shrek Vape Reviews.
Hey, up.
Easy there, donkey. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
It's my swamp donkey.
Parfait! Everybody likes parfait.
Hey, did I miss something?
Why? What do you mean?
No, just Becky says I keep telling him that, but he doesn't listen. No, it's all right. I thought I'd missed something. The only thing I'm not fussed on with my Oxford is it cuts out at 8 seconds. I've not tried that.
Cuts out to 8 seconds. I don't think I vape for 8 seconds.
Is that what on the puff time? Can you not adjust that though?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Must have some size of friggin' lungs if he's pulling on that for 8 seconds. I'd be
I
passed
know.
out the floor.
Wow.
Really
8 seconds is, when you think about it, 8 seconds is, God, I've got juice everywhere now. 8 seconds is a long time.
That's what she said.
I know.
That was twice.
What? Oh, Dawn's does as well.
I'm curious now. 8 seconds. But saying that 8 seconds is a long time to vape.
Yeah, I can only do 4.
Hold on.
Yeah, 8 seconds timeout. Yeah. But blooming it, that's a long time to draw on it. 8 seconds.
That RBA gets bloody warm and all.
Fucking right, it does.
There we go. That's the next vaping competition. Who can take the biggest puff?
Yeah, 8 seconds. A long time.
The George Michael challenge.
I'm just looking for my lottery ticket.
I'm not saying that. I am saying nothing.
I say.
I say. But 8 seconds is a long time to draw on a vape.
I couldn't. No way.
No, I think what do I average?
Well, Harry, to answer your
7
question, the Arbiter is a fantastic tank. I was going to say I would show you, but I think Jules has nicked it.
Bill says, "Oh gutter, we've missed you." Speaking of the gutter,
What?
we've not seen the Lord of Lewdness, the Saint of Sin.
Fair enough.
Have we heard any more regarding Vapefly and Voopoo?
There's been a little bit of movement on the Facebook pages from Vapefly mainly. I've not seen much from Voopoo. They seem to have gone very quiet, but
I think the Voopoo have just went nah.
well, to be fair, Vapefly do appear to have all the paperwork to show that they had the patent in place. But as Mark pointed out when we were chatting, it's not just Voopoo that have done that style, is it?
But then again, as well, it's China. They don't care.
I know it was so like. It was
Too right,
China.
Dean.
Yeah, you're right enough, Dean. Everybody will jump on that bandwagon. Let's boycott everybody else again.
Which lasted for last time.
A
I
week
mean,
and a half.
it's like what Bill said. China and patents don't go together.
No, because it's viewed very differently, isn't it? It's viewed as a compliment rather than a rip-off.
Glitch boy, thank you.
Origin's got no cut-off, did a count of 15. Wow.
Well, to be honest with you, Telly, I thought Wotofo had it as well. It's the 3-post mesh, isn't it, that they're on about, not the 2-post. And me personally, I would have thought that a 3-post mesh would be worse than a 2-post mesh. Because it's going to burn out quicker, surely.
Well, it'll be interesting because I've got the smart coil coming from Wotofo, which will be up for a review. And that's a two
Yeah, that's
mesh.
2-post.
Because when all this kicked off, I sort of thought, oh, Christ, does that mean Wotofo are going to be having problems? But no.
Yeah, I would be surprised because obviously when you think about it, you've got mesh joined together with your 3-post. So you've got your middle post and your 2 outer posts. So you've got a smaller area heating up quicker.
Now, interesting. Pam's saying it's actually better.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's in flavour wise, but lasting.
Longevity of
The
mesh
longevity of
itself.
the actual coil.
Now, Dean's just thrown an interesting one in. Nevox D12, another 3-poster. I'll have a shufty at that, Dean. Cheers.
Fletch Boy wants to know, can I ask a question? Why does Betty look so grumpy and Big G looks so happy? Betty, you're looking grumpy.
Sorry.
I'm looking forward to my pod being grabbed. That's why. Easy, Stevie. Easy. Oh, no need. Well, that's an interesting point, Harry, as well. So did the guy who made the first Clapton get money back from everyone? Yeah. Mine, back in the day of the Clapton, I mean, everybody was showing off new coils, weren't they?
I mean,
When the
back in the day
Clapton first
when
hit.
that type of coils were going off, it were hobbyists anyway. It was only later on that the majority jumped on bandwagons, and you could buy pre-made coils from big companies that mass-produced them. Once upon a time, when you were getting Claptons and things like that, it was sort of like literally handmade.
Now, Dean's just thrown an interesting one in. The Voopoo TPP coil is a lot better than the Vapefly version. Sorry, teeth. New, please. I've not tried it, so I'm intrigued to buy that one. Don't forget the magnifying glasses. You ain't kidding.
I ain't constipated, did I put before I came live?
I'd like to see the introduction of more higher ohm mesh coils. I don't care how many posts they have. Fair point.
Yeah,
Phil.
I've not. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's something I commented on when I did this one. What do you call it? What do we call it? The Vigo 80. And it seems to be a regular thing for this type of style. It's so like you either get a 0.17 or you get a 0.3. And I can't understand why they have such low ohms, especially on like single battery mods. Now, I mean, like I said, something like a 0.4 on a 0.8 would be better for something like a single 18650 battery. Because then you can have it at them. See, they turn around and say that, so like, oh, it's best between something daft like 20 to 40 watts. Well, every time I use one of them coils, I'm at the max of 40 watts or going higher.
Now, Dean's just thrown in a very interesting point here, and I think it raises an interesting question. Dean's put, I don't think they should allow the patent of a coil of 3 posts or above with any type of mesh. It's literally taking innovation away from everyone. Now, my point on that is it's a consumable. Yeah. You're going to get through loads and loads and loads of coils. And the actual mesh thought itself is years old. Doesn't matter how many posts it's got. So should they be allowed to patent a so-called technology?
From what I'm understanding, it's not only it's the 3 post, but it's not only the 3 post, it's the actual weave of the mesh as well.
Right.
So if it's a diamond shape or it's a hexagon or anything like that, that still comes under their, according to Vapefly's patency.
See, Watofo have been doing that for a while now.
Yeah.
They've had different shaped meshes. Well, OFRF have.
So is Vandy Vape.
Yeah.
Yes, Bill, I know that it uses less power to heat up, but it's still 2 lower ohms, I think, for a single 18650.
See, that's a very vague description. Dean's just put his 3 post or above as well, if I remember correctly, with any type of mesh. Well, you're not telling me they're the first, not with the age of mesh. I mean,
No.
Christ. Stainless steel 300 mesh is a more stable mesh. I must admit, I've always stayed away from mesh until I got my hands on the, well, it was the original author. And that was the first time I ever vaped with mesh.
You see, me personally, this is, and it's more to do with personal choice than all else. I'd rather a standard coil in a standard RTA or RDA. That's my style of vaping. I find that mesh is, don't get me wrong, you can get some really nice crisp flavour, but it always seems too lukewarm for me. And I think that's the problem I have. I like that little bit of warmth to my vape. Now, I mean, once upon a time, I mean, I haven't vaped that style for a while. I used to vape a lot of series, hell of a lot of series. So you had that real intense heat as well. But obviously when you start going on to mesh, it's, yes, you are getting the flavour, but you're just not getting that heat, and it just doesn't give you that satisfaction. And then once you start going on to rebuildable mesh RTAs or RDAs, I still find that you're still getting the same problem. You want the problem why most people end up getting rid of it is because of that heat. You're not getting that heat from the actual coils.
And the dry hits if you don't wick it
Oh, and
properly.
if you get a dry hit from mesh, oh boy.
And that's why I'm looking forward to trying this smart coil, because I love the idea of building your own stock coil, if you will. And Dean's already put a build guide up on his channel. So I'm really excited to try this. By sticking to low ohm coils, I get away with using cheap battery voltage only mods, which is fine until you buy a 510 adapter and restricted to mech mod style builds. True. I think it should be open source. This is Dean. Fair enough. Name it as that duplex technology, but let everyone else use it freely without punishment, knowing your duplex name is being spread across the scene.
Yeah, totally.
That makes sense.
Yeah, totally, Dean. I totally agree with you. I mean, blooming it, we're talking about a bloody coil, for God's sake.
This is it. If it was a device, different story.
Yeah, totally different story. If you've took blooming a year or so to blooming design a mod and its internals and everything, then yeah, I appreciate that. But we're talking about a coil.
A consumable.
Yeah, and let's face it, how long in the vape industry is that coil going to be available?
That's your next question.
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, blooming out, the amount of smock coils we've got at work that we'll never sell. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like crazy.
Right, boys. Well, I think sorry to cut it short, but it's 10-2.
That went quick. Floof, floof,
Floof, floof.
floof.
I think I got Big G then.
Don't forget 9 o'clock. Pop over to Vic, Aidan, and little Adam, and give them all three a love from us.
Oh, Dean's just slipped a quickie in there. Apparently, there's a possibility of a Smock RPM 2 SMRT coil, which would fit with the ethos that Wotofo seem to be taking of, rather than their products only taking their type of coil, because the Manic will take the PMP and the GTX. So that's an interesting thought. Cheers, Dean. Bless you, darling. Can I use?
I mean, the thing is, fingers crossed. This year we're going to see some more innovation, because last year was just fucking dead, wasn't it?
But personally, I think you're going to see a widening of what coils devices will use, because it so increases the longevity. Glad you enjoyed it, Marcus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll try not to be as grumpy next week.
It's the strap on.
Right, Betty, you can say your goodbyes.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us again. To our spanners out there, thanks you for looking after us as you usually do. Steve and Mark, it's been a pleasure once again. So guys, yeah, come and join us again next week, same time, same place, and we may have something different going on. You never know.
Oh yes.
Steven?
Haribo's going to get a leg slapped. Anyone else confused by all the vape chat? Don't you start.
Oh yeah, I just want to put something in here because it was a comment that was made on somebody else's page by someone. If you don't like the show, what we talk about, because there hasn't been a great deal going on in the vaping scene for the last year, we try to mix things up a little bit just to keep you guys out there entertained. Keeps us entertained as well. It gets chat going. If you don't like the show, don't bloody watch it. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to say. Steve?
It is going to be tonight. No, I agree completely with Stevie. I was a bit disappointed to see that comment myself. Guys, chat, you have been awesome. Honestly, you've had me chuckling tonight. Appreciate this one's been quite heavy on the vape. You know, it will be with the PHE, but you've managed to bring some absolute diamond comments in. You
It's been
really
good.
have. Haribo, I think you stole the internet tonight. To all the spanners, thank you so much. To Dean, dude, thank you. Honest. Lucky winners, Fletcher Boy and Manic. I really hope you enjoy it, guys, because it's a cracking bit of kit. If you want your chance, last show of the month, and that will be, what, 3-4 weeks' time?
Yep. 3-4
You
weeks
will
time.
get another chance to win. And, guys, thank you again. Huggles! Right, Mark, over to you, darling.
First of all, Betty, I totally agree with you. Thank you very much for putting that. I've got to admit that did sort of like cut there a little bit. I mean, we don't normally have anything like complaints, but yeah. So, Betty, thank you. BFG, thank you. Chat, thank you. And Spanners, extra special thank yous. Right, I've enjoyed it today. It's been nice talking about vaping. And if you do get a chance to have a look at the PHE statements, it's actually well worth a read. If you read the full version, it's a bit heavy, but if you read the highlights, it's been fantastic. And yeah, fingers crossed it's actually going to do us a world of good in the UK for vaping. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Congratulations to both winners. As soon as you've emailed me, I will pass your information on to OXVAway, and then obviously OXVAway will be sending out your winnings. If you could let me know when you've got your winnings, that would be absolutely fantastic. You can either post it in Facebook group or private message me anyway that you've actually got them. So if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. So from Steve and Betty and myself, thank you so much. Now pop over and go and see my little bro. So bye. Outro. Find the outro. There you go. Outro.
Complaints department's now closed. Go fuck yourself.
You're mad.
Sorry.
I want, you,
Fucking grumpy.
I want you to tape that for me for work.